right, sparklers, it's time for The Gold Mine, a personal diary where I talk about the real challenges and triumphs we face as entrepreneurs. My goal is for all of us to feel a little less alone on this journey and a little more inspired to keep going. What if the secret to leveling up your jewelry business isn't some massive overhaul or overnight transformation, but rather a series of tiny, consistent steps? The kind of steps that feel so small you almost don't notice them adding up until one day you look back and realize how far you've come. Intrigued? That's where kaizen comes in. I first heard about this Japanese concept, often translated as continuous improvement, from my friend and client Christina Kober. She shared an Instagram post explaining kaizen, and when I looked into it further, I found it has its roots in business practices made famous by Toyota, focusing on incremental change that happens a little at a time every day. On the surface, it may seem simple, but the impact can really be huge. So let's talk about why kaizen might just be the mindset shift you need to keep growing and thriving in your jewelry business. Now, I don't speak Japanese, and I'm certainly no kaizen guru, but I'm really enchanted by the spirit of this idea. It's the exact opposite of perfectionism and analysis paralysis, because you can't keep improving if you're stuck overthinking everything. You have to act, push boundaries, try new things, and take risks. If you're taking forever to make a decision or waiting until everything is perfect, you're essentially standing still and improvement never happens. On the surface, continuous improvement sounds amazing. What jewelry business owner wouldn't want to know that 1 year from now, they'll be leaps and bounds ahead of where they are today? But the uncomfortable truth about it is that progress requires change, and change can feel daunting. It forces us to step outside of our comfort zones, experiment, and maybe even fail sometimes. That's why kaizen demands we stay aware of our blind spots, our fears, hangups, and hesitations, so we can overcome them for the sake of growth. I'll give you a real-life example. I recently decided to overhaul my YouTube setup for better video production quality. My husband, Jordan, who produces and edits my videos, had some ideas about how we could level up. At first, I was all for it, until it meant reorganizing my office space, which I hate doing, and learning new equipment. I felt so anxious about changing the setup I was used to, especially moving my favorite lounge chair that I love having in its place. But deep down, I knew I had to embrace that discomfort if I wanted to see real improvement. Yes, it's messy in the short term, but the long-term payoff is worth it. This concept of kaizen also means approaching your craft with a beginner's mindset every single day. Even if you're a seasoned jewelry business owner, there's always another skill to master, another platform to explore, another small tweak that might help your brand shine just a bit brighter. Those tiny, sometimes invisible steps may not feel like grand achievements in the moment, but over time, 6 months, a year, 5 years, they will add up into something remarkable. And that's really the takeaway, sparklers. Embrace the small, steady steps. Don't wait until you have the perfect business plan or the ideal marketing strategy to make your move. Test and learn, adapt and grow. That's kaizen in action, because the alternative is becoming stale, unable, or unwilling to evolve, and ultimately losing out on opportunities to serve your customers better. So whether you're revamping your email marketing to include bold call to action buttons, or finally reorganizing that workspace you've been dreading, trust that each step forward, no matter how small, gets you closer to the next level. I encourage you to find one tiny improvement you can make this week. It might feel uncomfortable, but it's this daily dedication to continuous incremental change that keeps your business fresh, evolving, and ultimately thriving. Stay curious, stay open, and remember, kaizen doesn't happen by magic. It happens when you take action. So let's keep leveling up together. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and check out my other videos for even more tips.